things are really starting to shape up for our tablet layout. Just finished off with the introducing section, of course. Beneath the introducing section, we have the blog loop where we have all of our posts. And as a matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, this section of our layout looks really great. Maybe you want to do a little bit of adjusting. Maybe you want to use that viewport width font sizing method that I showed you earlier on. Maybe you want to use that for your post titles, or perhaps the sample paragraphs that we have for each post. That would be perfectly fine. Maybe you want to do things like adjust the line spacing in there, something like that. But I'm going to leave that section as is. It looks just fine as far as I'm concerned, as I say. So I'm going to continue down the layout, and really we're all the way down to, well, other than the footer, the last section of our layout. I call it the Get It Now section, this area here. And you can see it's kind of broken apart. This button should actually be up inside the Get It Now section. So a little bit of work to do inside this area here. So let's get to it. I'm going to, of course, head back to my external style sheet, and I'm going to scroll down my medium resolution media query, leaving the site loop as is, leaving the sidebar as is, and moving right down into the Get It Now section. There we go. All right. So for the Get It Now, I think what I want to do is I want to set some padding here. So I'm going to go padding : space. I'm going to be using some CSS shorthand here as well, as always. And I'm going to set the padding top to a percentage. You can use a percentage for padding if you like. And I was looking for an excuse where I could work this into our exercise here. So what the heck, we'll throw in a percentage for the padding on the top of the Get It Now section. So that's going to be a flexible padding on top, which is pretty cool. But for the right-hand side, I'm going to set a fixed padding width of 10 pixels, nothing on the bottom, and 10 pixels also over on the left-hand side as well. There we go, something like this. All right, go ahead and save up your work, and let's take a quick look at our browser or ScreenFly or your device, whatever you happen to have handy. Scroll down just a little bit. There we go. Everything fits in there nicely. So what was causing the Get It Now section to fall apart was the padding that was coming from the previous media query, the high-resolution set of CSS rules. Okay? Now, again, we could leave well enough alone here, but I think, again, I'm going to take this a step further. I'm going to take the heading that we have in here, Get It in the App Store Now, and I'm going to use our viewport width font sizing scheme or system. Scheme sounds a little shady. System on this heading 1. So what I'm going to do inside my external style sheet is I'll look for the Get It Now H1 rule, this guy here, and I'll go font-size, : space. You'll recall earlier we used 8 VW. Well, instead of 8 Volkswagens, this time I'm going to use 6 Volkswagens, just like so. Okay? So again, this is setting the font size based on the width of the viewport, the width of the device. Okay? Go ahead and save up your external style sheet and refresh ScreenFly or your browser. And there we go. We now have something like this. Let me show you this inside an actual browser, the actual browser window. So now when I start to scale down, there's my tablet layout, and there's the Get section or the Get It Now section, and we have a scaling heading 1 there inside the Get It Now section. So Get It in the App Store Now is flexible, using the Volkswagen font sizing